Hi students, good evening to all of you. In the last session we discussed about how to balance the chemical equations by using hit and trial method and what are the significance of balanced chemical equation. Today I am going to teach you what are the limitations of chemical equations. It is very important concept. Take a look here. What are the limitations of chemical equations? Generally, a chemical equation does not indicate the physical state of the reactants as well as physical state of the products. For suppose, H2 plus Cl2 gives rise to 2HCl. That means hydrogen is combined with chlorine to form hydrochloric acid. In this chemical equation, we didn't know whether it is present in solid state or liquid state or gaseous state. For suppose if you take hydrogen, what is the physical state of hydrogen here? We don't know, because a chemical equation does not tell about the physical state of the reactant as well as physical state of the product. So the physical state of the reactant or the physical state of the product, that information does not given by a chemical equation. This is one of the major drawback. And after that, the chemical equation does not indicate whether heat is evolved or absorbed as a result of chemical reaction. For suppose I take that calcium carbonate, it will be forms two products, calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. In this chemical equation, heat energy is either required or released. That information does not given by chemical equation. That means for suppose in the chemical equation whether heat is absorbed. Whenever heat absorbs, that process is called system absorbs heat, that is called endothermic process. In some chemical equations or chemical reactions, heat is releases. Some chemical reactions, what will happen? Heat is releases. Whenever heat releases, in this chemical equation heat is releases. Whenever heat releases, that is called exothermic process or exothermic reaction. That is exothermic reaction. That means heat is releases. So generally, if you take a chemical equations, whether it is endothermic, whether it is exothermic, that information does not tell by the chemical equation. That's why what I'm saying here, it does not, chemical equation does not indicate whether heat is released or whether heat is absorbed as a result of chemical reaction. So this information does not given by the which one? A chemical equation. This is one of the drawback. And another drawback, it does not indicate or it does not tell the conditions of a reaction. For suppose, take an example here. I take here potassium chlorate, KClO3. This compound name is potassium chlorate. It will give potassium chloride and oxygen. But when the potassium chlorate compound can be converted into potassium chloride and release oxygen gas, when it is possible this chemical reaction or chemical equation, we must be need a catalyst, manganese dioxide. So in this chemical equation we need what is? Catalyst is required. Without taking the catalyst, this reaction does not occur. This reaction is not feasible. If you take another example, 2AzBr gives rise to 2Az plus Br2. So silver bromide converts into silver and bromine. This reaction takes place in the presence of sunlight. In the presence of light, then only what happens? Silver bromide can be converted into silver and bromine. Without passing of sunlight, this reaction does not occur. So here light energy is required. If you take another example, nitrogen react with hydrogen to form ammonia. NH3 stands for what is? Ammonia is the gas. In this chemical equation, we required catalyst. Here catalyst is iron is used as a catalyst. Catalyst means the substance which does not participate in chemical reaction but which alters the chemical reaction, that is called catalyst. And here temperature is required. Here temperature 200 degrees Celsius to 400 degrees Celsius temperature is required. So here temperature must be, we should take in between 200 to 400 degrees Celsius, and catalyst must be taken what is? Iron. Then only the more quantity of product ammonia gas is released. So otherwise this reaction does not occur. So ultimately what I am saying here, it does not indicate the conditions of reaction. It gives no idea about the pressure, temperature, concentration, catalyst under which the reaction may occur. This information does not given by which one? Chemical equation. This is also one of the drawback. It does not tell about the whether the reaction is fast reaction or slow reaction. For suppose potassium chloride can be converted into potassium chloride and release oxygen gas. How much time to take to form the potassium chloride and oxygen gas? We don't know, because whenever have you seen the chemical equation, we don't have any idea if it is fast reaction, if it is slow reaction, or if it is moderate reaction. That information does not indicated by chemical equation. This is also one of the major drawback. And another drawback word is some reactions occurs with explosion. So some reactions are very explosive reactions. Some reactions are non-explosive reactions. We don't know. Whenever have you seen the chemical equation, if it is explosive reaction or non-explosive reaction? It is depend upon the nature of the chemical reaction. The nature of the chemical reaction which does not give the information by which one? Chemical equation. So whether the reaction is explosive or whether the reaction is normal reaction, that means non-explosive, that information does not given by which one? A chemical equation. That's why this is also one of the drawback. And it does not tell about the actual amount of the reactants consumed and how actual amount of products formed. It gives only ratio, but it does not tell about how much quantity of reactants are decreases, how much quantity of products are increases. Whenever chemical reaction occurs, reactants what will happen? Reactants amount decreases, product amount will be increases. But how much amount of reactant decreases, how much amount of product is increases, that information does not given by which one? Chemical equations. That's why chemical equation does not explain these factors. Which one? A chemical equation does not indicate the physical state of the reactants as well as physical state of the products. That means it does not tell about whether the substance involved in the reactions are solid, liquid or gases. And another point what is, it does not indicate whether heat is evolved or absorbed as a result of chemical reaction. That means it does not tell whether the reaction is exothermic or endothermic. And third one, it does not indicate the conditions of reactions. That means it has no idea about the pressure, temperature, concentrations, presence of catalyst. So some reactions catalyst is required, some reactions pressure is required, some reactions temperature, more temperature is required, some reactions optimum temperature is required. So that information does not given by chemical equations. And another one, chemical equation does not indicate whether the reaction is fast reaction or slow reaction or moderate reaction. Some reactions are takes place very fastly. Some reactions are occurs very fastly, within seconds or minutes enough to complete the reactions. But but in some reactions it may take hours, days, months, sometimes years also to complete the reaction. Whenever taken years, months, weeks like that, that is slow reaction. Which reaction takes place within the seconds or minutes enough to complete the reaction, that is fast reaction. But whenever take a look the chemical reaction or chemical equation. Is it fast reaction or slow reaction? We don't have any idea because that information does not given by a chemical equation, and chemical equation does not tell about the actual amount of the reactants consumed or actual amount of products formed. How much amount of reactants consumed, how much amount of product is formed, that information does not given by chemical equations. It gives only ratio. It gives only ratio. Which one? Chemical equation. These are the limitations of chemical equations. After that, we have to discuss about another important concept, chemical reaction. What is chemical reaction? A chemical reaction is in which the bonds are broken within reactant molecules and new bonds are formed within the product molecules in order to form a new substance. That means the old bonds are broken and new bonds are making simultaneously. For suppose if you take A2 is a molecule, B2 is a molecule, what will happens? It will be formed 2AB. A2 means AA in between bond will be there, BB in between bond will be there. These are old bonds. For suppose if this reactant molecules, because left hand side will be there, what it is called? Reactants. Right hand side will be there, products. Don't forget that one. Right hand side will be there, that is called what is? Products. So whenever heat energy is required, bonds are broken. Do you understand or not? Old bonds are broken. So this AA bond is broken, BB bond is broken. What will be there remaining here? Here A, here B, both will be combined. What will be formed? AB. Another A and another B combined. What will be formed? AB will be formed. So two molecules of AB will be formed. So A2, B2 are the reactants which are having old bonds. When these are absorbing certain amount of energy, either heat energy or light energy or electrical energy, what happens? The old bonds are broken and new bonds are making simultaneously. Breaking and making of bonds simultaneously. Where the bond broken takes place? The reactant side. Where the new bonds are formed? In the product side. This is original substance. This is new substance. Original substance properties are different. New substance properties are different. So reactants properties are different, product properties are different. Here what happens? Old bonds are broken and new bonds are making simultaneously. That is called chemical reaction. I hope that you are very clear. So the transformation of a chemical substance, that means the original substance can be converted into a new chemical substance by making and breaking of bonds. So where the breaking will be takes place? Reactant side. Where the making of bonds will be takes place? Product side. So that's why by making and breaking of bonds between the different atoms is known as a chemical reaction. For suppose H2 plus Cl2. So here the bond formed between hydrogen and hydrogen, chlorine and chlorine. Hydrogen properties are different as well as chlorine properties are different. Whenever, for suppose in the presence of sunlight, for suppose if you take, whenever light is the energy, what will happen? The bonds are broken. Whenever hydrogen between bond is broken, chlorine between bond broken, then what will happen here? This hydrogen, this chlorine combined to form HCl, and this hydrogen, this chlorine combined to form HCl. Total how many hydrochloric acid will be formed? 2 molecules. 2 molecules of hydrochloric acid will be formed. Hydrogen properties are different, chlorine properties are different. These are the reactants, original substances. Hydrochloric acid is the new substance. New substances are always formed in the product side. That means right hand side. So here the chemical substance transferred from one state to another state. So the transformation of a chemical substance into a new chemical substance by breaking and making of bonds between the different atoms is known as chemical reactions. So what are the types of chemical reactions? Generally there are mainly 5 types of chemical reactions. How many types? There are mainly 5 types of chemical reactions. What it is? Combination reaction. This combination reaction is also called as a composition reaction. Combination reaction is also called as a composition reaction. After that, decomposition reaction. This is also called decombination reaction. Decombination reactions. Decomposition or decombination reactions. Third one is single replacement reactions. This is also called single displacement reactions. Single displacement reactions. Single displacement reactions. And fourth one is double replacement reaction. This is also called double decomposition reactions. Double decomposition reactions. Double decomposition reactions. And last one is combustion reactions. So chemical reactions mainly classified into 5 types. What is? Combination reactions, decomposition reactions, single replacement reactions, double replacement reactions, combustion reactions. Combination reaction is also called composition reaction. Decomposition reaction is called decombination reactions. Single replacement reaction is also called as single displacement reactions. Double replacement reactions are called double decomposition reactions. Last but not least, what it will be there? Combustion reactions. First of all, which reaction? Chemical combination reaction. Combination reaction is also called composition reactions. What is the definition of composition or combination reactions? 2 or more elements are combined. 2 or more elements are combined to form a single new substance. That is called chemical composition reaction. For suppose A plus B. 2 or more. You should take here 2 substances A, B. When the 2 substances or 2 or more substances are combined to form only one new substance. AB is the here only one new substance. Whenever 2 substances combine to form only one new substance, that reaction is called chemical composition or combination, because they are combined. So that is called combination or composition reactions. That's why what is the difference? What is the definition? That is 2 or more elements are combined to give only one new substance. That substance is called that reaction is called chemical combination reactions. Between 2 elements combined, only one new substance will be formed. So element is combining is possible, as well as between 2 compounds. That means compound combined to form only one new substance. Another one is element and compound combined. Element and compound combined, only one new substance will be formed. That is called chemical combination reaction. If you take in the chemical combination reactions, in the product side, how many new substances will be formed? Only one new substances will be formed. Here reactant side, 2 or more elements are combined. 2 or more compounds are combined. 2 or more element and compound is combined. Whether element combined, element compound combined, or compound combined, in the product side how many new substances are formed? Only one new substance is formed. Then we can declare that the given chemical equation is a chemical combination reaction. For suppose we take that case, first case, element combined, only one new substance will be formed. That is called chemical combination reaction. Here silver, this is the element. Oxygen, this is in elemental form. So element combined, how many new substances will be formed? Silver oxide is only one new substance. Okay, silver oxide. Don't put the concentration on coefficient. You should take the substance. Only one new chemical substance will be formed. This is a silver oxide. So this is the example of which one? Chemical combination reaction. Chemical combination reaction. If you take element combined, here carbon is react with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. It is also example of chemical composition or combination reaction. Due to the reason carbon elemental form C, oxygen elemental form O2 in standard state. So here element combined, how many new substances are formed? Only one new substance will be formed. What is? Carbon dioxide. CO2 is carbon dioxide. So only one new substance are formed. That's why this reaction is a chemical combination or composition reaction. So whenever element combined, compound combined, element compound combined, in the product side only one new substance will be formed, then that chemical reaction is said to be chemical combination reactions. If you take another example, between two compounds, compound combined, only one new substance will be formed, that is also a chemical combination reaction. Ammonia is the compound. How can I say this is compound? Nitrogen, hydrogen, ammonia, take a look here, NaH3. Nitrogen is different atom, hydrogen is different atoms. Whenever different atoms are there, that is called compound. So ammonia is the compound because different atoms are present in it. So NH3, ammonia gas, which is reacted with hydrochloric acid. So this HCl, hydrogen is different atom, chlorine is different atom. That's why HCl is also compound. So ammonia and HCl both are compounds. Compound combined, ammonia compound and HCl compound combined, in the product side only one new substance will be formed, that is ammonium chloride. So whenever only one new substance is formed, then we can declare that the given chemical equation is a chemical combination reaction. For suppose if you take calcium, it is a compound. Why it is compound? Calcium is one atom, oxygen is another atom. Two different atoms are there, that is considered as a compound. So calcium oxide is compound, as well as carbon dioxide is compound. Compound combined. So calcium oxide, when it will be react with carbon dioxide gas, it forms calcium carbonate. So calcium carbonate is the only one new substance. That's why this reaction is said to be chemical combination reaction. And take third one, ammonia is the compound because different atoms are there. H2SO4 is also a compound because in the H2SO4, hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen, these three are different atoms. Whenever different atoms are there, we know that compound. It is a fundamental idea. So ammonia gas, which is reacted with aqueous sulfuric acid to form only one new substance, the solid ammonium sulfate will be formed. So how many new substances are formed? Only one new substance will be formed in the product side. What that is? Ammonium sulfate. That's why all these three reactions are examples of chemical combination reactions. And after the third case, we had already completed element combination. What will happen? Compound combination. What happens? Now I am going to teach you third case. What is element compound combined? Here CO is the compound because carbon and oxygen is two different atoms. CO stands for carbon monoxide. O2 is the element. O2 means what is? O plus O. Both are identical atoms. O2 means O plus O. Oxygen, both are identical atoms. Whenever identical atoms are there, that is called element. So that's why what happens here? Carbon monoxide gas, it is the compound. Oxygen is the element. When these two will be reacted to form only one new substance, carbon dioxide. So whenever in the product side only one new substance will be formed, this is chemical combination reaction. And sulfur dioxide is the compound which is reacted with oxygen gas. Sulfur dioxide is the compound. How can I say this one? Sulfur is one atom, oxygen is different atom. Both are different atoms. That's why SO2 is compound. It is reacted with which one? Oxygen gas. Oxygen means, what is oxygen means? O plus O. Both are oxygens are same atom. In O2 how many oxygens are there? Two oxygens are there. So oxygen same atoms are there. That's why this is the element. So identical atoms are there. That is called element. Different atoms are there. That is compound. Sulfur dioxide is the compound. Oxygen is the element. So sulfur dioxide gas which is reacted with oxygen gas to form only one new substance, that is sulfur trioxide. So one new substance will be formed. That's why this is chemical composition reaction. After that, carbon dioxide is the compound. Carbon is the element. But whenever this element and compound combine with each other or react with each other, the only one new substance will be formed. That new substance name is carbon monoxide. And after that, nitric oxide is the compound. Oxygen is the element. Nitric oxide gas which is reacted with oxygen gas to form nitrogen dioxide is gas. So nitrogen dioxide is the only one new substance which are formed in the product side. That's why this is called chemical combination or composition reactions. So Don't forget one thing, what it is. In the product side, how many new substances are formed? Only one new substances are formed in the product side of chemical combination reactions. Here, which are combined takes place? Whether it is possible element combine, compound combine, element compound combine to form only one single substance is formed in the product side, then we can understand that the given chemical equation is called which one? Chemical combination reactions. Whether it is element combine, whether it is compound combine, whether it is element compound combine, in the product side, how many new substances are formed? Only one new substance is formed, that is called chemical combination or composition reaction. This chemical combination or composition reaction, when it is called synthesis reaction, chemical combination reaction, when it is called synthesis reaction, means whenever element combined, here silver is element, oxygen is element combined to form only one new substance in the product side, then chemical combination reaction is also called as synthesis reaction. So this is very important. When the chemical combination reaction is called synthesis reaction, means whenever element combine with each other to form a single new substance in the product side, then we can declare that the chemical composition reaction is also called synthesis reaction. Otherwise, in the case of case 2 and case 3, compound combine, element compound combine, in the product side only one new substance will be formed, that is called only chemical combination reaction, but you should not tell that is synthesis reaction. So that is these two cases, the B case and C case, these two cases are only chemical combination reactions, but these reaction should not be considered as which one? Synthesis reactions. When the chemical composition reaction is called synthesis reaction, whenever element combine to form only one new substance in the product side, then the chemical combination reaction is called synthesis reaction. After that, decomposition reaction, this is also called decombination reaction. Decomposition reactions, decomposition or reactions. What is decomposition reaction? The reaction where a single compound is broken down into two or more products. This is AB is the compound. This compound broken down into two or more substances. These two or more substances may be elements forms, maybe element compound will be formed in the product side, or compound will be formed in the product sides. So a single new substance can be broken down into two or more substances. The two or more substances may be element will be formed, maybe element compound will be formed, maybe compound will be formed. But this decomposition reaction takes place in the presence of heat energy, or in the presence of light energy, or in the presence of current, that means electrical energy or electric spark. So whenever energy is required, when energy is taken, this substance is broken down into two or more substances, then the chemical reaction is said to be decombination reaction or decomposition reaction. For suppose H2O, this is the liquid. This substance can be broken down into two or more substances. What is that substance? Hydrogen as well as oxygen. So this reaction takes place in the presence of electric spark or electric current, whatever it may be. In the presence of electric spark, the water can be broken down into hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Take a look here in the product side, what it will be formed? Two substances will be formed. These two substances, hydrogen is element, oxygen is element. How can I say this one hydrogen and oxygen is element? H2 means what it will be there? H plus H. Oxygen means O2 means O plus O. Hydrogen, identical atoms will be there. Whenever identical atoms will be there, that molecule is said to be element. Oxygen, identical atoms are there. That's why O2 molecule is said to be element. So when the molecule is said to be element, if the molecule is formed by the combination of identical atoms or same atoms, then the molecule is also called as element. When the molecule is said to be compound, If the molecule is formed by the combination of different atoms, then the molecule is called a compound. We know that. CaCO3 is a single new substance. In the presence of heat energy can be designated as a delta in chemical equations. We know that. Whenever heat energy is passing through the calcium carbonate, a single substance, whenever absorbing heat energy, this calcium carbonate can be broken down into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide gas. How many new substances will be formed? Two new substances will be formed. But these two new substances are what is? Compound. Calcium oxide. Calcium is different atom, oxygen is different atom. Different atoms are there, that is called compound. In the decomposition reactions, you have to put the concentration in the product side. In the chemical combination reactions, you have to put the concentration in the left hand side, that means reactant side. So this is decomposition or decombination reaction. That's why you have to put the concentration on where it is, in the product side. CO2, carbon dioxide, carbon, oxygen, different atoms. That's why this is what is? Compound. So a single new substance in the presence of heat energy or light energy or current, what will happen? It will be decomposed or broken down into two or more substances. These two or more substances may be element will be formed, maybe compound will be formed, sometimes element and compound will be formed. But how to remember this reaction? The reaction where a single compound is broken down into two or more new substances, that is called decomposition or decombination reactions. Types of decomposition reactions. Take a look here. Mainly three types of decomposition reactions. One is thermal. Thermal means what is meaning? Heat. Thermal decomposition reactions. Photo decomposition reaction. Photo means light. Photo decomposition reaction. Third one is electric decomposition reaction. Electric means current, by passing current. So thermal decomposition reactions, photo decomposition reactions, electric decomposition reactions. First of all, we have to discuss about what is thermal decomposition reaction. The decomposition reaction caused by heat. The decomposition reaction caused by heat is called thermal decomposition reaction. If you take that one, calcium carbonate can be converted into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Calcium carbonate decomposes into or broken down into calcium oxide and carbon, which one? Carbon dioxide. This is a calcium carbonate is a single new substance. It can be converted into two or more substances. In this case, two substances will be formed. But this reaction takes place in the presence of heat energy. Whenever we are supplying heat energy, then only this calcium carbonate broken down into two or more substances like calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Calcium oxide commercial name is quicklime. What is quicklime? So this reaction takes place in the presence of heat energy. That's why this is called thermal decomposition reaction. After that, photo decomposition reaction. That means the decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction means a single substance can be broken down into two or more substances. That is called decomposition reaction. So here decomposition reaction caused by light. So in the presence of light, the decomposition reaction takes place. That is called photo decomposition reaction. For suppose, if you take hydrogen peroxide, what is H2O2, chemical name hydrogen peroxide. In the presence of sunlight, sunlight can be designated as H nu. What is H nu? It will be decomposed into H2O and O2. So H2O2, hydrogen peroxide, is a single substance. In the presence of sunlight, this substance can be broken down into two substances. What is H2O and oxygen? So here decomposition reaction takes place because a single substance, hydrogen peroxide, can be broken down into which one? Two substances, H2O and O2. But this chemical reaction takes place in the presence of sunlight, so this is called photo decomposition reaction. After that, electric decomposition reaction. What is electric decomposition reaction? Means the decomposition reaction caused by current, electric current. So whenever the decomposition reaction takes place in the presence of electricity or in the presence of current is called electric decomposition reaction. For suppose H2O, water, by passing current it will be broken down into H2O compound can be broken down into two substances, hydrogen gas, it evolves hydrogen gas, and oxygen gas. Evolves means releases or liberates the oxygen gas. So a single substance, water, can be broken down into two or more substances in the presence of electricity or by passing of current. That is called electric decomposition reactions. So today we learnt about the which one? Limitations of chemical equations and types of chemical reactions. How many types of chemical reactions? 5 types of chemical reactions. We had already completed what is chemical combination reactions and decomposition reactions, and types of decomposition reactions like thermal decomposition, photochemical decomposition, and electric decomposition reactions. In the next class we have to discuss about what is chemical displacement reaction, what is chemical double decomposition reactions, what are combustion reactions. Okay, we will discuss briefly about those concepts. Today our session is over. Thank you for bearing me. Good day. See you. Bye.